Hey, B, let's see you doing your thing, bro. Hey, B, let's see you doing your thing, bro.
Hey, you could give me a spot.
B, you doing your thing. I see you.
Man, it's supposed to be on my team. Oh, I got a crab. I got a crab.
Yo, B, yeah, you doing your thing, baby.
Help me. What's good, everybody? What's good? All right. Happy Monday. Happy Motivational Monday. Yo, I'm telling everybody I love Mondays. David Hackett, what's good, fam? What's good? I love Mondays. I love Mondays. I used to hate them. A lot of us do, right? Because it's like, oh, back to work. Work doesn't necessarily stop for me. At least business doesn't stop, right? So for me, Mondays is just another day of opportunity. And let's start this opportunity with my theme song, because y'all already know I love seeing them bees in the chat. Let's get hype. Insomnia Talks, what's good? Ria, what's good, Ria? Thank you so much again for that raffle that you are doing, the auction. Oh my goodness, so amazing. Ria is one of my closest friends and family that came in and has supported from day one and just keep supporting. Much love to her. I will always take care of her as well, right? That's what happened when we have loyalty. Business Builder Brit said, cause I'm awesome. Yeah, you are awesome, Brit. Yo, drop them bees in the chat for me. Let's get it going, because tonight we're gonna talk about something really interesting. Billionaire Blacks, what's good, my brother? All balled up. How's it going? All my roundtable family. Credit Steven, what's good, man? King Juice, Jack Meek, what's good? So tonight, bees in the chat. Drop them bees in the chat. Them bees in the chat. Drop them bees in the chat. Tonight, we're gonna talk about something different. I gotta have my water ready. Because this is the big reveal, right? What do I mean by that? The big reveal. So I have been, let me turn this down just a little bit so y'all can make sure y'all can hear me, right? I have been teaching all of this year, 2021, right? Now, remember, the first few years of me being an entrepreneur since 2016, I mean, I was an entrepreneur before that, but I'm talking about full-time, executing the things that I've executed now, creating the wealth that I've created now. Jay Gibbons, what's good? Yo, Jay, what's the deal, man? David McNeil, what's good, yo? All of the things that I've executed now has only been since 2016. So 5 years, and I accomplished a lot in that time, right? Now, for the first maybe almost 4 years, a little bit less than 4 years, I was just focused on me alone. I was saying, hey, I could just make money. Everything was going good. I made my first million in e-commerce. And then I was like, yo, this is great. And I thought everything was cool. And it was just me, right? Aid Blue 5, is your water hydrating you or dehydrating you? Uh-oh. Okay, so I got the pure water one. I ain't gonna show you this one because you're gonna be like, oh, that's not the good one. But I know the good waters. Don't listen. Arisha, she keep me right. I am surviving vegan. Gary, what's good, fam? My high school friends are all up in here. So listen, after the first 5 years or 4 years, I was making money. Things were going great, but I wasn't really teaching nobody because I felt like nobody was trying to learn. Nobody was trying to level up in my circles. That's when I started realizing it's not other people. The problem was with me. I was in the wrong circles. I had the wrong circles. There was only 1 or 2 people who were doing bigger and better things. So, I had to realize that, okay, I need to get out of those circles. And that's when I moved over and said, okay, now I started meeting the right people, the people who were also grinding, the people who were making things happen. And then everything changed. So then I started teaching people because now I saw that there's a whole world out there that I just didn't realize. I thought everybody was just in my little circle, and my family and friends, they weren't, rocking. I shared a post from my guy who posted it. I think my guy Bricks posted it. Maybe it was Bricks. And it says something like, it's interesting how the people who gonna rock with you in the beginning. No, I'm sorry. It says something like your friends and family never believe you until you get a stranger to verify your dream or something like that. I was like, oh, I say that all the time, but every time I hear it, I'm like, it's the truth. So eventually I started moving on. And then I'm telling y'all this story because I want y'all to know that these are things that you guys need to do too. These things are important. Okay, hold up. We got to come out of this now and go into my playlist, play some music. Where would it be? Hold on. Let me just find what I want to hear. Not that one. Here we go. We're going to play some EDM tonight. Why not? Play some EDM. Let's go. All right. So today on Motivational Monday, what I'm getting into is what I've been teaching for this whole year. This whole year, everybody's been like, Beez, you do so many things. I don't understand what Beez does. And I don't really care if you did or not because I was willing to give information, but whoever wanted to listen would listen. That's why the people who rocked with me this year are going to level up, have been leveling up. And next year, they don't have to pay no extra or nothing for what I'm about to tell y'all has been the secret all along. Only my roundtable members, only my BDI family knew about this for the last few months at least. They didn't always know. And what it is I always talk about, okay, well, you got to know these different business strategies, right? You got to know, David McNeil, what's good, man? I see it. You got to know these different business strategies to get into. Why am I talking about these business strategies? There's a reason, right? Why did I go specifically into trucking, specifically into credit repair, specifically into the car rental game, specifically into Airbnb? Why did I start talking about all of those things? When then people were like, oh, but you're doing too much things. Yeah, I'm doing all these things, but my core between it was how do I set up a business properly so that it's perfect for funding, it's primed and ready for funding, because I found out there's so much opportunities for funding out there. So that it's also organized and structured with process, systems, and people. Everybody thinks those are buzzwords when I say it. And when I start explaining how to break down a process, how to re-engineer a process, how to automate with systems, how to enact everything with the people, build out effective teams, right? When I start talking about that, hey, Elvie, what's going on? When I start talking about those things, people are like, oh, okay, that's not the sexy stuff, right? They're like, oh, all right, cool. Just tell me to play. Just tell me to play. Now, the reason why I say that, and I use that word, I don't really like that word, play. Because even like the Bank of America play that everybody calls it, that I dropped a few months ago and it started spreading through the entrepreneur community like wildfire, it wasn't a play. It was just a simple program that Bank of America offered, right? But once everybody heard it, they were like, it's so amazing that they figured it was a play, some sort of finagling or something, and it's not. Now, I can't teach everything that I do in a month. I can't do like a month mentorship where it's like, okay, we're going to go over this, this, and this, because that's not going to be, it's not going to be fair to the student because it leaves out a lot. I can teach you a very specific set of things. I can teach you how to sell on Amazon in 4 weeks. Yes. But then there's a ton of things that start to pop up after that. And how do you actually jump on with it? What do you do for that? I forgot to financially Fitz. What's good, my brother? Fitz, man, if you're free, come on live too. Where is how do I do this? Hold up. I'm gonna go on IG on my laptop because I can't remember Fortune's IG. Fortune, if you there, bro, say something in IG because I would just search for Fortune. It's not Fortune. It's oh no, it is Fortune. Okay, there we go. Let me just search for Fortune. I'm gonna bring him in right now too. This is somebody because I'm promoting and showing all of the people in South Florida. Okay, there you go. All right, cool. So listen, all of these things are all made so that I could eventually structure my business properly so that I have the opportunity, the chance to sell my business. When we are getting into businesses, we have to think about what's our exit plan. Too often we just get in and I'm gonna start a business. And right now has been what they call the Great Resignation, like the Great Recession, the Great Depression, all of that is called the Great Resignation. Why? Because more people than ever in history have been quitting their jobs. They've been quitting their jobs and not going back to work because they were like, yo, I know that this is ridiculous. I know that, the pandemic taught people that, okay, a company will get rid of you just like that, right? Now, in my companies, I try to promote a different type of culture where it's centric on my employees, my team. I want to make sure that they are happy because I can't succeed without my teams. But many companies are more focused on that bottom line, right? So now the Great Resignation has made people say, screw them. They focus on the bottom line. They're not helping me. I'm not learning anything that I could take into my, into a different life. Smitty, what's good, brother? Yo, right? Now, what we ended up doing is because we have to think about what's your exit plan. Here's the typical exit plans out of any business that you're going to start. Either you're going to sell the business, or maybe you want to go IPO and take it public and get investors, right? Public investors. Or some people are like, nah, I either want to be acquired or I want to pass it on to my kids. Here's the problem. Most kids don't want your business. You know what I'm saying? My mother, she used to collect these, it's a Jamaican thing, I think. I don't know if it's in the States or whatever, but we used to collect like fine china. So these big old, I don't even know what they call it, these big old shelves units with the lighting, and then tons of like plates and fine china plates and all this type of stuff. And I remember when I went to college and she was like, oh, you can take those. I was like, me? What am I going to take that for? There's nothing that I want to do with it. So a lot of times we have in our sense, oh, my kids will love this. I got a garage full of old comic books that I figure might eventually go up in price, in value. And I'm like, oh, one day the kids will take it. The kids probably don't want it. They gonna grow up and be like, no, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with our businesses. With our businesses, thank you, Rhea, China Cabinet. That's what it was called. With our businesses, we can't automatically assume that the kids are gonna want to take it. So we need to prepare to sell it, right? So now let me give you a quick overview. Y'all should know that one of the things that I promote the most is based on the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? In Rich Dad Poor Dad, he talks about the cash flow quadrant. And the real estate by Georgie said, please take to China. I paid a lot. Paid a lot for it, right? Oh, they go Fortune. Let me, my guy right there. I'm going to bring him in so he could join in on this convo in a sec. Oh, wait a minute. How did I do this again? Fortune. All right. Fortune. There you go. Okay. So in Rich Dad Poor Dad, cash flow, my guy, what's good, man?
Yo, what's good, brother? How's it going?
I'm chilling, fam. I'm chilling. Listen, I'm warming up the convo, and then I'm gonna get you into this. Let me finish this intro, right? But I think people are gonna love to hear this topic, and I think that you're uniquely qualified to also talk on it based on some of the things that I know that you've been doing too.
For sure. I appreciate it.
For sure, fam, for sure. So listen, I always tell people that we often start in the employee quadrant, right? We're employees, then we say those magic words, I want to work for myself. But then the problem is we go down to that self-employed quadrant, and that's where most people are working in their business, right? Then you're trading your time for your money. So you want to go over to that business owner quadrant. The business owner quadrant, you're going to work on your business. You're going to start putting in systems and processes and everything in place, right? And I stayed there a lot, the business owner quadrant, working on my business. But then I realized there need to be that mindset shift. There was a mindset shift just leaving corporate America. There's a mindset shift saying, hey, I need to go and stop working for myself and actually create a business. But then there's another mindset shift that says, hey, I need to go down to the investor quadrant. In the investor quadrant, we transform from working on our business to working above our business, right? So we're not in or on, we're working above. And how are we working above? We basically are focusing on the business as a product. You understand what I'm saying? The business needs to be your product. Meaning, what do I need to do to my business? Too often we're focused on the end product that the business releases. Oh, how can I make this end product better? But if you shift, if you have the people in place that's going to focus on that part, your next shift is, what can I do to make this business perfect or stronger or more valuable? The business itself, not the end product. So I'm going to start thinking about, how am I going to make this business attractive for someone to buy it, right? Now, if y'all are familiar with flipping a home, you know you could go buy a house for a certain price, and you know that it's valued around a little bit higher, and you know how much it's going to cost you to put in to renovate that house, and then what's the ARV, right? The value after the repairs. Then you know that you could sell it, right? Or you could keep it and refi and then keep growing with it, which is actually a better model. But let's look at the flipping model, right? Well, you could do that with businesses. Uh-oh. We lost Fortune. Fortune, when you come back, let me know and I'll bring you back in, bro. So you could do that. Oh, wait, hold up. He is there. Let me try. You could do that with businesses. And it took me a while to realize that. I sold my first 2 brands in 2018. I sold my first 2 brands. It was e-commerce brands because that's where I started. I came out of corporate America, and then I was doing private labeling on Amazon FBA. And then I built up my brands. Now, when I was learning it, I had to grind in it for the first 3 months. I was like, yo, I got to do this, I got to do that. I got to learn everything that I had to do. I took a couple courses that helped me to get some head starts. Then I started hiring VAs. I started writing down every step of the process. I started documenting it all. I started financing it, funding it to grow. I started making it run without me having to be present all the time, to the point that I was then able to sell those 2 brands to 2 separate investors, right? Now, at the time, I just thought, oh, because I have a background in process reengineering from my corporate days, that's how I was able to do it, because I structured it so it was autonomous and I was able to sell it. But then I started looking in deeper, and I was like, yo, hold up. There's a whole thing out there of M&A, mergers and acquisitions, right? But we always think that, oh, that's above us. I can't do that, right? When I started my company, Silikai, in China, everybody was like, you can't start a company. How you gonna start a company in China? You're not Chinese. What are you talking about? So I went out to China. I speak Mandarin. I speak I'll say like 60% conversationally, right? So I'm enough in business. So I went out there and I did something that people thought was kind of crazy. How you gonna start a business elsewhere, across the pond, across the globe and whatnot? But I challenged myself. I made sure that I found out what the rules were, the game was, and then I just try to simplify it for myself, right? And that's where we're going to talk tonight. We're going to talk about how you can flip businesses and what that really means and why you shouldn't be afraid of it, especially because I know the first thing that people are going to think, well, I don't have no money to buy a business. You would think you don't got no money to buy a house either, right? Do you got a couple $100,000 sitting in your pocket? Maybe not. But what'd you do? You found a way. You got a mortgage. You made it happen. Believe me, it's easier to buy a business. And I've just discovered it in the last year, right? So when I was selling businesses, I was like, damn, how do I buy some? Then I realized it's all about the deal. But before we get deeper into that, Fortune, bro, tell the people a little bit more about yourself and what you do, man.
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me, y'all. My name is Fortune Bowman. I'm the digital trapper. I buy, sell, and flip online businesses and digital services and digital products. So how I came up with Digital Trapper, pretty much, I came up with it years ago, about 2014, because I wanted to show our people a different way, you know, and attract them based on what people like to be attracted by. So, you know, our people, when we come up, it's like either it's the ball player or it's your neighborhood kingpin, you know what I'm saying?
Or a rapper,
right?
Yep.
So when you're trapping, you know, you're getting it for the low and selling it for higher, you know, and then reinvesting the profits. That's what they call the re-up money or whatever the case may be, right? So I used to be wild and reckless or whatever, but the thing is, being a digital trapper, it's a mindset. It's only a mind, you know. It's all business. You have to find the product and you have to sell it. You know what I'm saying? So if you can change out the product as a trapper, which you look up to, it's just the easier way to attract our people and to understand it more, the language easier, to talk in their language. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is, what I did was simplify it and help people understand that it's more of a mindset than anything. You just have to find that product and then sell it, you know? So what I like to do is I look for problems and audiences with problems, and then I sell the solution to them. But I like to focus on high ticket digital products and services.
There we go.
That's pretty much me. That's what I do. I've created a blueprint that allows me to create. I love digital agencies. Like, I started off in e-commerce just like you. You know, in college, I actually went to Salisbury. I was at Salisbury University. I was a star basketball player, but I dropped out of school. I gave it up for the love of business. You know, I had a brand that was booming, so I'm like, fuck that. Let me bet on excuse my language. Let me bet on myself. And I dropped out of school. So started with e-commerce, my own online boutique where I was drop shipping everything. I was getting gadgets, the Bluetooth devices off Alibaba. I was getting them for $2.55, attaching it to my personal brand and selling them for $50, drop shipping from Alibaba. At one point, I had them in multiple gas stations in Baltimore, because I was raised in Baltimore, Maryland, but I'm Nigerian. I moved to Miami 3 years ago. I mean, from the gadgets to my first store was a online boutique. I sold that as well. What I would do is I would get these biker jackets, these hard ass biker jackets off Alibaba, like $80, $50, $100. And I would just send them all to a whole bunch of different celebrities, and they would wear it because it's so hard. Like, the jacket is so hard. It looked like a $500, $2,000 jacket that I got from Alibaba. You know what I'm saying? And that's considered influencer marketing. So I would just send it out there, wear it, they shout out the page, and it would blow up. That's like my first online business. Then I did the gadgets, and then I dove deeper into like web development and all that. Even though when I was in middle school, elementary school, middle school, when I would go out and play recess, I would stay in the classroom, build websites on Wix. I'm 24. I'm not that old. That's where it all started, and so we here now.
How'd you get into buying and selling online businesses, online properties?
I like to call that digital real estate.
Digital real estate. There you go. There you go.
Because we're in a digital gold rush right now. You know what I'm saying? So how I got into it was pretty much, I started off with my own e-commerce brand, and that was doing good. And then I started a few others. But then I shifted my mindset, you know, with the whole gold rush. You know, in the gold rush, the people that made the most money were selling the shovels.
Yes, sir.
That's my whole motto. Is I like to sell shovels to people to go ahead and dig them for their own gold. You know what I'm saying? So I like to think about what tools can I create to help people accomplish what they want to accomplish, right?
There we go.
So the first start was selling online businesses, right? Like the websites, you know, the logos, all that stuff. But I would package it all together and create a productized service. And I have like 3 packages, main packages, different tiers, and I'll sell it. So that's how I got into selling online businesses, because it was my business. I had it, and then it was doing good, and I just sold it for profit, and then invested in something else.
There we go.
That's how I got into it.
So see, that's perfect. That's perfect. That transition was perfect, right? Real estate by Joy said selling shovels like me, because that's what I talk about, is that you gotta sell shovels, right? People don't understand that my businesses, all the companies that I own, 80% of them are B2B instead of B2C, because I know the other entrepreneurs, they're motivated. So, you know, when a customer be like, oh, the economy is failing right now and I'm not going to buy, the entrepreneur still needs to. So I'm selling to them so that they're going to keep buying and keep rolling. But so I love your transition right into how to sell, how to find these online or these digital real estate, whether it is a business, whether it is whatever. Here's the thing that people don't realize. You could buy a Facebook group that has a bunch of followers, and then you got a whole email list. You got a whole specific group that you could do whatever you want with, right? Exactly. So imagine how much that costs versus how much spending thousands on Facebook ads may cost you. And maybe you get a very highly targeted Facebook group. There's a lot that you could do. But the thing, go ahead.
I was just going to say there's so many different forms of digital real estate, domains, websites, web hosting, what else? Graphics, bro, there's so many different types. So like I sell Instagram accounts. Like I look at Instagram accounts as businesses, bro.
Yes.
They have a real following. It's a business. It's a community. At the end of the day, it's so funny that you asked me to come on here today, because my Instagram was disabled since the 23rd, and I just got it back today.
Really?
Today, yeah. But I say that just to say, when my Instagram was gone, it was kind of therapeutic, because it's like at the end of the day, it's just about your digital, like focus on digital real estate based off community. All you need is different communities. Like, that's it. You just need different communities at the end of the day. So if you focus your digital real estate around like a website with a membership subscription or an email list or a Discord server or like a Facebook group or something like that, like you can literally like be good whenever.
Yep.
So that's just funny.
Yep. You know what? You just said something that I'm gonna take a quick sidestep to tell everybody. Listen, I want y'all to ask yourselves, who is your boss? Okay? Who is your boss? Right? So most people is gonna say, oh, my boss is XYZ, the manager. Or you're gonna say, oh no, I'm my own boss, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all that most of us, our boss is our cell phone, our smartphones, right? So I'm gonna challenge everybody on here, except for notifications from me. I want y'all to turn off all notifications. I want y'all to turn off everything. I want you to turn off the badges. No, see, I see people saying your customers and stuff. Yeah, your customers. But when those things pop up, that's your boss. On those notifications pop up on your phone, that be your boss. Turn off your notifications for a week. Just like kind of like what Fortune ended up doing. Turn off your notifications for a week, because people always ask me about productivity hacks and tips. Turn off the badges that show the numbers. Turn off all of the notifications during the day and night. Just completely shut them down. Then put on your schedule. Between this hour and this hour, I check Instagram. Between this hour and this hour, I check my email. Between this hour and this hour, I don't know, take the kids to the movies, whatever, right? Put those things on your schedule, and you take back control of your life, instead of when things are popping up on your phone. Damn, I gotta go do that. Oh, damn, because you respond immediately as soon as your phone goes off. So that's something, a quick productivity tip I challenge everybody to do at least 1 week, just to check it out and see how you feel.
That's super productive. I actually do that. And, like people don't understand how helpful it is. You're really tracking and logging your productivity based on the hours. And like once you start doing that, like you can really get so much stuff done in 1 hour.
Yeah, for real, without distractions.
Without distractions.
Because I know I'd be here in an hour and it's like, oh, hold on, the phone just went off. Oh, hold on, let me, all this type of stuff. But let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. So here's the thing. I'm gonna run through some stats for people first and foremost, right? First of all, one of the questions that I get all the time is, can the wealth creation strategies that I teach, can they be applied in a different country? Because apparently I got some people that follow me in different countries, the Caribbean for sure, Europe, England, Australia, and they always ask questions like, hey, can we do those things here? And I say some of it yes, some of it no. Now, the fact is that when you're creating a business, how you structure the business is going to be universal in terms of process, systems, and people, etc. How you form the business may be a little bit different, but it's still some sort of entity that you need to form, some sort of corporate entity, LLC, LP, LLP, C Corp, all of those type of things. But this, what I'm going to talk about today and going straight in through next year, is about how you flip businesses. This can be done anywhere, right? It's because it's all about the deal. When I was getting into real estate, I kind of hesitated for a long time. I didn't know enough about real estate. I still don't, right? But I hesitated because it wasn't as structured as the things that I like to see. What does that mean? When I was in Grant Cardone's mentorship, and he used to tell me, like, as he was evaluating a deal, he's like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what? We could just offer that person this and then do that. And then, then we could just say, hey, put this in the contract that it says no, blah, blah. I was like, oh, so that's not like something you do every time? He's like, no, it depends on the situation. I just create these deals in different ways. I was like, okay. So now I need to really understand every single thing possible before I could figure out what deals to create, how to structure my deals. But then I said, I realized that's the same thing for flipping a business. It's extremely similar to real estate. I'm able to create and structure deals that allows me to purchase this business on favorable terms for me, right? Selling the business ain't that difficult once you know where to look. Right. But purchasing the business, that's not difficult either, but people think it is because of the fact that they're like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to afford it, right? But there's ways to afford it, ways to get it funded for what we call OOP, $0 out of pocket, right? It doesn't mean there's no down payment. It just means there's no money out of your pocket. There's ways that the down payment still happens through creative financing, through deal structuring. But think about this. 90% of all first-time founders fail in business. The first time you're starting a business, 90% of people tend to fail. That's why you hear the term serial entrepreneur. I tried and it failed, and I tried again and I learned and I grew better, and it kept going until one day it just hit, right? And that is very common. There's some people who hit right off the bat, okay, but there's many who fail on their first try. Now, the number drops a little bit from 90% to 75% when it's a VC-backed, venture capital-backed startup, right? Now, why am I calling them out? Because those people tend to be highly qualified. They went to business school or something like that. And then they're going through all of this funding, and then they get venture capital, and now they're growing. So it's like, wow, you would think they're going to succeed. 75% of them first time would fail as well. But here's a quick stat. Only 2% of acquired businesses fail. Look up the stat yourself. Don't worry about it if it's me or not. Look up the stats. Only 2% of acquired businesses fail. Why? Because there's options for financing, because the business is already a certain age. They already have customers. They already have sales. They already have profits. You're not going to buy it if they didn't have these things, right? They have suppliers. They have systems. They have employees, right? So all of those things that they have gives you that head start in the business. And once you know how to acquire it the right way, now you're coming into something that you could quickly fix. That's the the part of like flipping a home where you buy it and then you renovate it. You could quickly fix it. That's why we focus on how do we structure process systems and people to make the business autonomous. And once you fix it, the value has gone up, just like a house. The ARV is higher. So now you're able to sell it for even more. This is why these are the things that I've been teaching, and this is why it's not a month-long quick learning, quick session, because you got to know. Even another thing that Fortune has, he didn't even mention. He has a branding company. Is that the right term I should use? PR firm. PR firm. There you go. So you see his hat says press. That's what it says, right?
Yeah, it says, yeah, but this ain't my brand, but yeah.
Oh, okay. But well, so Fortune has a business for press. Now, I don't know if Nikki's on here. Definitely hit her up later, if anything. But with press, it's important that you have your name out there, the name of your business out there. Why? Because imagine trying to sell, or imagine trying to buy a business and you can't find nothing about them. They don't got no website. They don't got no articles written about them. They got nothing online. You're going to be a little bit suspect. You know what I'm saying? For real. So this is why even something like press is crucial. This is why I can't just teach you quickly, hey, this is how you scale your business. Now there's a lot that goes into it, including something like press, including knowing how to fix and restore your credit so that you can get funding. Also knowing about business funded versus personal funding, right? Also knowing about the different models that scale well. Also knowing about so much. All of these things go together into building a business that is structured to be sold, and then finding businesses, because now you're thinking on that level. Now you're going to start finding businesses that work well in this situation, right? So tell the people a little bit more about press on from your side and the type of things that you know are important for a business that you would buy to have first.
For sure. So my business is called Brand Xenon, and pretty much we specialize in getting people guaranteed publications on outlets like Forbes, Entrepreneur, Yahoo, Bloomberg, CoinDesk, all the big publications, right, to help organizations, personal brands, and crypto projects. So when you actually pay for articles, you're not like some people frown upon it, but it's not a bad thing. Everybody, billion-dollar companies pay for press. Like, don't get it twisted. Billion-dollar companies pay to be on the shade room. They pay to be on Yahoo. They pay to be on TV. They pay for people on the screen that say a certain thing a certain type of way.
Because those people have an audience.
All of this is planned and structured. You can even call it media manipulation. I read a book called Ryan Holiday, Trust Me, I'm Lying. It's about this marketer like myself who scaled businesses to millions and billions through media manipulation. It's starting because here's the thing: when you can control public opinion online, you can actually get away with whatever you want.
Yes, sir.
Because it's the social proof that allows people to sell online, to sell and flip online businesses, to be trusted, to do what they want to do. Because it's just like reviews, articles, and testimonial videos. If you don't have any, then nobody's going to trust you. And then you go to, okay, now, all right. Like when people be like, oh, their followers are fake. They don't have engagement. They don't have anything. A regular mind will look at that and be like, oh, like that's so fake. Why would they buy followers? Blah, blah, blah. But a business mind understands that you need the social proof. You need the numbers. You need the engagement in order for people to trust you online and buy it. So press, PR is just another form of content marketing, right? Like if let's say there's two different businesses, they both have the same prices, they both have the same supplier in the same city in the same region, right? Now the difference is the systems and the processes that you have behind the business. But another factor is social proof. Let's say business A has 10,000 followers, and business B has 500 followers. Anybody just lands as a cold lead, warm lead, whatever, they're going to think, oh, wait, let me go with the page with 10,000 followers.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing like on, let's say you went to Amazon and you're about to buy a product and you see seller A has the same exact product as seller B, but seller A got 3,000 reviews. You're going to be like, well, I'm going to go with them. And they both rated 5-star, but this one has 3,000 reviews. I'm going to just go with them, right? Without even having to evaluate too much.
And it gets super deep with this digital stuff. Like a lot of people don't even understand. You can pay for reviews.
Yes, people do.
For verified followers, you can pay for verified content. Like it gets tricky. You can pay for all of that stuff, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
The point is, you need that social proof. Like Beez was saying, like it stacks up. It's not just we have this business stuff. There's a whole bunch of factors that people are going to look at.
Yep.
When you're selling a business. So like with press, it's very important because it helps not only your social proof, your brand recognition, your search engine optimization. You want you want your business or your brand to be ranked higher on the Google Council. When you search your business, you don't want another business to be found higher than you. So articles help with that, the keywords and the backlinks and the do follow links and all that stuff. So articles help with that. Articles also help you get social media verification.
Exactly.
It helps you get social media verification. And that's a whole nother level of social proof. That badge, as soon as you see that badge, somebody message you with that badge, you look and you're like,
you trust them more.
You trust them.
Yep.
And that's the whole key. I specialize in online business. So a big factor is that social proof. You need to be trusted. Like people got to be able to trust you.
Yep.
So that's why articles are very important. Like when people search you, they want to see reviews, they want to see articles, they want to read up about the company that you're trying to sell or the product or service that you're about to pay for.
There we go.
That's why that's important.
Shout out to Alexis Brand on Facebook. Be better, my guy. What's good, bro? I'm gonna hit you up after this. My team up in there too. I see Maria. I see LB talking about my boss will fire me. And Bruno, my brother, also a member of my round table in the BBI, buying and selling businesses, baby. Bruno, we about to get deep into it, man. I told y'all I was holding off on going too far into everything with y'all, but now the time is coming, right? So Niche, what's good? Everybody on IG, what's good? Thank you for those who have bought badges. If you aren't following Fortune already, make sure you just click the little arrow up at the top and drop it down. You'll see Fortune.booming and you see me, Business Builder Beez. Make sure you're following us both. So let me go a little bit deeper into what this even looks like, right? Now, before we go, I want y'all to drop in the chat. Drop in the chat, what are some of the reasons that you think someone would even want to sell their business or close their business, I should say. Tell me what you think are some of the reasons why somebody might want to close their business. I'm going to throw one out there. Let's say COVID. Somebody died or someone is dying, their family member dies, something like that. So tell me something else. Drop it in the chat. Let's see. Come on.
Can I say one?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think sometimes people want to sell their business, depending on the type of industry that you're in. Like I said, I only specialize in online businesses, right? But depending on the industry, sometimes as an entrepreneur, you have to be very innovative. You know what I'm saying? You got like you see e-commerce coming, you want to change your business model, and then like this is an issue that I have. Like it's not a big issue, but one of the issues that I have is like I'm so creative. I think it's called shiny object syndrome.
There you go. Bro, I wish you could see my list right here because I put my notes so I can remember to say it for people. You hit it on the nose. That's one. Shiny object syndrome. Yeah. I see some people dropping just tired of running a business. Okay. Economy, production, not pushing it hard, tired, not performing well, divorce. Yes. Retirement. Yes. Those are all some of the reasons. Britt says exit for big profit. Jack Meek said want to focus on something new or different. That's kind of that shiny object syndrome. You making no money. Now, would somebody else want to buy that business if that business is making no money? Or is it that you specifically are running it bad and that's why it's not making any money? This is the type of things you're going to have to, as an investor, you got to evaluate, right? But I'm going to give y'all the main reasons. Some of y'all already got all of them. So money is one. whether they just want to make money or they're not making money and they want to sell. Retirement for sure. Relocation. Sometimes, it's a mom and pop shop or something. There's only one location or something, and they're going to cross country or they're leaving the country completely and they just want to sell. So relocation, burnout. Some people said that already. Shiny object syndrome, death, issues with partners. That was a problem that I had in the beginning of my entrepreneurial career all the time.
That's a big one.
Big one. I actually was able to buy equity in something because of another business. They were having issues with their partners and they just needed someone, as an investor to kind of back it. So then I got equity in a business just because of that, right? So that's a big one. Health is the next one, not just death, but health. And then divorce. Those are like the main ones overall that lead people to want to close their business. But here's the thing. If y'all are familiar with flipping homes, buying property, I see Fortune spinning. He might be back in a sec. If y'all are familiar with buying properties, then you would know that people that have some similar types of issues, they are the motivated sellers. They're the ones that you want to go buy their house. It's the same thing in the business. If I can find these people who are going through a divorce, they're relocating, they're having issues with their partners, and the business model, the business industry is profitable, but maybe they're not making as much profit, then I want to get in there and help them to renovate it so that I could then sell it. You feel me? So that's just the beginning of how it works. You find these motivated sellers. Now, how are you gonna find it? I know some people may ask me that. I'm gonna give y'all one tip tonight. Only that. And I'm not gonna go into the full way to create the deals today. That's gonna be a different discussion. And to get in depth in it, that's only gonna happen in my Business Builders Institute with my roundtable members. Why? Because they pay to get in. They are my family. They are executing, and they're gonna get all of this first, hand in hand. Now, I will give out some free info here, but then y'all are on your own. Figure it out on your own. I'll give you what I can, but you got to figure the rest out on your own. Now, Biz Buy Sell. There you go. That's your gem right now. Biz Buy Sell. Go check out that website. That's just a starting point. You're going to see a bunch of places, companies that are listed for sale, right? Now, I'm not going to say it again. I hope y'all caught that. You're going to see businesses that are listed for sale, right? So now it's about finding that is easy. There are, let me see if I have the stat here. Hold on. Where's the stat? There is something like, oh, there you go, bro.
I don't know what happened.
I'm trying to find my stats. Where is it? I had a stat that showed how many. There's something, I don't see it here, but there's 50 million baby boomers that are retiring in the next 10 years, right? The baby boomer generation. 12 million of them in the US own businesses, right? They're aging out of their businesses and their kids don't want them. Just like I said about the China cabinets and everything. So this is a prime time to find businesses for sale. The site that I just gave y'all alone, you're going to find businesses for sale. But are you going to be able to complete the deal is going to be the question. And
dropping gems.
I had to I gave them that one gem just where they could go to find it. But what to do with it is going to be the next thing. This is why I say, listen, people, stop being afraid to invest in someone that has done something before you, right? You want to learn from others because we only learn by mistakes or mentors. So choose one of the M's, right? Or choose both. But just don't sit back and think it's, only mistakes. You want mistakes and mentors. Or you take a mentor, but then you go off on your own and keep doing it and make some additional mistakes, right? Fail forward. Exactly, bro. Exactly. So here's the thing. Not only are 50 million baby boomers retiring in the next 10 years, of which 12 million own businesses, there's a proposed capital gain tax change that's happening with the current administration, which shocked the hell out of me because I would have thought the Democratic administration would not do this. I would have thought this would have been the Republican administration, but it's what's happening. There's a proposed capital gains tax change that might eliminate taxes when you sell a business. Because when you invest in something, you grow it, and then you sell it like stocks or something, you pay capital gains tax and such. Well, there's a proposed capital gains tax change that's going to eliminate it when you sell a business. So a lot of the people who know about this, they're like, oh shit, this is the time for me to sell my business then. They'd rather take a loss, not even a loss, a lower offering price overall in the deal now, because they know that they're saving even more on the taxes now, right? So you got to be ready to take advantage of that, right? So, and because people are trying to sell ASAP. In addition to that, you're going to be helping some people who want to get out of their business. Now, I'm going to tell y'all one more gem. The first thing that you need to do, my guy Michelle, what's good, bro?
Michelle, what up?
Let me see if I bring him on too, because it's good to have a tax person and an attorney so that they hear the things that we're talking about. Michelle, if you're free, bro, you are welcome to come on. Let me see where I do. I go here. Michelle Valbrun. Oh, wait. What happened? Michelle. There you go. All right. Let's see if he's able to get in. So you're actually helping people who need to get out of these bad businesses, right? But now most people are going to be like, but I wouldn't even know where to start, Beez. That's why in the Business Builders Institute, we focus first on the different business strategies that are out there, the ones that are executing now because their industry is growing, because there's a lot of things happening with them. This is why I talk up. Why you think I got a warehouse with cars? Why you think I'm in the car rental game, right? Why you think I'm, I teach about Airbnb. I talk about trucking. Now I pulled out of trucking because of a specific reason, because it wasn't fitting my model as well, but it's still a profitable industry, one of the best, right? But these types of businesses are going to be primed to also purchase. So you wanted to start your own car rental business? Well, you could wait and go slowly and buy a bunch of cars and eventually grow it, or buy one. especially when we know how to finance it, right? This is why I talk about funding options. This is why I'm telling you now about creative deals so that you could do it with no money out of your pocket, right? It may cost you money later. Deposit still needs a down payment may still need to be made, but it's out of your pocket. Buying a business is one of the most amazing. It's the pinnacle. Remember the cash flow quadrant that I mentioned? We start as employees, we go to self-employed, then we go to business owner. The last one is investor. And let me tell you a little secret about this too. That quadrant, investor. If you know anyone that is buying, like Warren Buffett, he buys companies. But look, let's talk on a smaller scale. Let's talk about Ty Lopez first, then we'll go even smaller. Ty Lopez, if y'all don't know who he is, he's making a lot of money. And during the pandemic, he focused on buying existing brick and mortar businesses that were failing. They didn't jump quick enough to go into the digital age and such. So they've been failing. And then during the pandemic, it was even worse for them. So Ty was like, okay, I'm going to buy them. I'm going to renovate them, make them into businesses that are more up to date. Then I could sell them for a profit, right? Him and his partners bought a ton of companies like that, right? Now, we could do the same thing on a lower level. Imagine if somebody says they want to buy my car rental business, and then I show them the assets, I show them the processes, I show them the people, I show how things flow, I show how it can be somewhat step back autonomous. Makes sense for them to come buy it. Their next question is going to be, damn, well, how am I going to afford it? Well, there's deals that can be made. There's funding that can be got. I got all the answers for all of this. You know what I'm saying? Just don't think that it's above and beyond anything that you can accomplish. That's all I'm trying to tell people. We can't accomplish everything, right? So let me give you another thing. Some of my mentors that I've spoken with, my guy, Derek Harper, right? Derek Harper and we met, I think last year or something. And everybody kept saying, hey, you gotta meet this guy, Derek. And he said that people kept telling him, you gotta meet this guy, Beez, because y'all talk about the same thing. We're talking about structuring our business properly. We're talking about growing the business structured with process and systems, right? Derek came to the same conclusion as I did at the exact same time as I did. In the middle of the year, we both were like, yo, we got to start teaching people how to by these businesses, because this is where it's at. We making, things are really blowing up for us with this, and we did not discuss it. It just so happened that one day we were in a meeting and was like, yo, you know what we need to collaborate on in 2022? I'm gonna be focusing on this. He was like, bro, I already been doing it too. And then we went off, right? So having the right mindset is going to help you to grow into, how can I buy a business? How can I fix it up? How can I fix my own business so that it is ready to sell, right? And here's some of the businesses that you could potentially buy. Medical billing, any e-learning business. Somebody got a course or something, as long as it's already structured and ready and rolling without that person. That's why all of you mentors out there, all of you course mentors, course instructors, I don't even know what you call it, but you course people, make sure that you
get the private label rights too.
Yes, make sure you got the private labeling right. Listen, all of these things you need to have, but it can happen. Digital marketing agencies are good to buy, especially because then you could utilize their assets for your own businesses if you want, or you could just flip it and grow it a little bit and flip it.
That's what I specialize in, bro. The digital agencies.
There we go. There we go. Medical equipment services, tax services. You know somebody running a tax business and they're making a lot of money with it, but maybe they want to pivot and do something else. Prime to go in and purchase it and then improve it even more and then sell it for even more. Supplements, online casinos, believe it or not, mastermind groups, right? You go buy a mastermind group or get equity in a mastermind group, and you may say, well, why would they even want to sell to me? I gave y'all a bunch of listings of why people potentially want to sell their business or close their business, and how you could go in and say, hey, don't close. I'd be interested in purchasing it from you. I could give you the scripts, the things that you would say to these people to find opportunities of businesses to buy, right? And then of course, there's the Airbnb people, there's the Turo people, the what else is there? What's the main things that everybody's doing now? So Airbnb, Turo, digital marketing, trucking, any of those. I even know some people who have stock investment businesses where it's not investing for others, but they put it into a business. They have certain things going that's flowing because they have it in a structured, the process is structured and all, so that money is being made on a regular basis without work having to be put in. You can purchase something like that, right? Yeah. Finding the business is not hard. Would you say, Bud?
Oh, my bad. I was saying I wanted to add to some of the list, but I didn't know if you were done. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. Add to it. Let's get it.
I have a list of the type of businesses.
Oh, look at this. Yo, I'm telling you, fortune ain't no joke.
I'm telling you, so we do I do the business in the box thing as well, and I actually build the custom builder from scratch, and then if it's the right opportunity, I'll also broker. That's how I that was the next level after I created my websites and stuff and said, oh, I'm going to sell it. The next level was being a middleman, a master affiliate, brokering the businesses, getting a business for $200,000, and then having an exclusive agreement with them, and then finding somebody to buy it for $500,000, and $300,000, kind of like wholesale real estate.
Wholesale real estate.
It's just a different mindset, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Being a super middleman. So, I mean, some of the businesses that you can buy, you already said, most of these. So I'm just gonna run through the list really quick. Walmart automation store, digital marketing agency, credit repair automation agency, real estate wholesale automation, Shopify dropshipping store.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, your personal brand website development, a branding and PR firm, sales funnel agency. You create people's sales funnel. Your own subscription website, kind of like OnlyFans or Patreon. NFT collections, NFT marketing agency, where you can sell the smart contracts and the DAOs. That's a whole different story. I'm in the NFT crypto thing too. A print on demand merch store. You can buy it and sell it. A SaaS SaaS stands for software
especially SaaS. That's big right now. That's big.
Super big.
Mm-hmm.
Mobile application business. And like I said, so I'm naming all this digital shit because I told y'all like that's what I focus on. I'm not the brick and mortar is not my expertise.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just keep it 100. So
but that's good to show the options are there, right? You could say, hey, I only want to focus on digital, or you could say I only want to focus on Ty Lopez model and I'm going to get the physicals and convert them to digital, or you could only do whatever you want. But I just want people to know that it can be done. We often we hear these things. Let me give you a perfect example. I used to always, and I know everybody on this call, drop a fire in the chat if you've ever heard somebody mention the word trust fund baby or the words trust fund baby. Right? I used to hear people talking about, oh, yeah, that's a trust fund baby. Oh, they got a trust. Oh, this. Drop a fire in the chat if you ever heard anybody say those words. Now, if you did, I don't see nobody dropping chats. Y'all ain't never heard trust fund baby.
everybody heard that.
but here's the thing. If you ever heard, there we go. There go them fires. If you ever heard those words, what did you say? You can't see it?
I said I can't see comments. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. So if you've heard those words, but you never went and got yourself a trust, why is that? Because you just figured it's above anything that for you. Oh, that's for the wealthy, or oh, I don't know nothing about that. But you hear people talking about, oh, that's a trust fund, baby. Oh, they got a trust. Oh, they ain't paying taxes. But nobody ever said, let me figure it out. People was mad at Trump when they heard he paid $700 something in taxes. But I was like, oh, I just want to know how he did it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you. If you ain't lying, if you ain't doing anything illegal, then my goal is just, I want to know how, right? So it's the same thing when it comes to buying businesses. I know many people that I told this to, and they were like, I can't buy a business. Like, that's crazy. Why is that crazy? There's an actual structured approach to doing it. All you got to do is learn how it goes. And then as you start becoming more proficient with it, you're going to take it in all different directions, right? Now, Fortune just gave y'all a bunch of other potential businesses to buy. I'll tell you this too. Not only is, I mentioned before that the Great Resignation is occurring. So, all these people who weren't fulfilled in their jobs, so they didn't go back, and then they starting their own business. Excuse me. A lot of those people, remember I said that, what was the stat again? I said 90% of first-time business owners tend to fail. Well, now those people who from the pandemic jumped into something and didn't really know where they were going and didn't want to invest in a mentor or anything, those businesses might be starting to fail and they're looking to sell. And you might be able to get them at pennies on the dollar. And I'm not trying to say take advantage of nobody at all, but I'm saying, it's fair is fair. If a business is not operating well and you could come and fix it, it's the same thing. If you bought a property, you're entitled to buy it at cheaper if it's a piece of junk, but you know that the value of the neighborhood is high and the person doesn't know how to fix it up. Well, I'll come and buy it. It's got to be at this level because I got to put this amount of money in to fix it, and then I can flip it, right? So that's definitely key. Now, on top of that, the Great Resignation, the market is over capacity right now, right? Many businesses never get listed. They just close. But the amount being listed for sale is extremely high, right? And on top of that, like about 20% of businesses that list actually sell. Go to that website that I mentioned earlier for whoever was in here before. I'm not going to repeat it again. That's why you got to be paying attention. Go to that website I mentioned earlier. And I bet if you look in, they have a section that shows like statistics. You can see that about 20% of the businesses that list on that site actually sell, right? So that means now you have a ton that aren't selling that's there for you. You have a ton more that's coming on the market, and why they didn't sell, there wasn't enough savvy buyers. You have a ton that's coming on the market from the baby boomers that are going to be retiring over the next few years. You have a ton that's coming on the market from the people who during COVID started up a business but they didn't really know what they're doing. You have a ton that's out there, and it's not only in the U.S. I told you, buying these businesses can happen in Australia, Canada, Europe, the US, anywhere, the Caribbean. The same principles that goes into this can happen anywhere because it's more about the deal structuring than it is about, oh, I'm going to tell y'all to go to Navy Federal Bank because they'll give you this and this and this and that. Someone in Australia can't go to Navy Federal Bank for it. But I'm not telling you that part. I'm telling you how to structure the deal to get it funded. So yeah, there's options everywhere, man. So Fortune, what's next for you when it comes to this entire environment in terms of buying and selling businesses?
That's a great question. Really man, fuck it. I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
What's next for me is, I'm gonna give you one department of it. What's next is really, for me, is mastering crypto, NFTs, and the metaverse. How can I become what the 3 credit bureaus is to real life in the metaverse? How can I be like? How can I turn the culture in the metaverse, like, to me and my company? Like, how can I sell the land, the plots, the businesses, the DAOs? They're called DAOs.
Yeah.
In the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where we're headed. Whether it's normalized in 20 years from now, that's still where we're headed. You see, Zuck turned Facebook into Meta. Rebranded a whole company to Meta. Facebook to Meta. From Meta's to Metaverse. This digital world is like crazy. So what's next for me is mastering the digital world, figuring out how I can be the answer. See, the key to success is access. So I want to sell access to everybody and control that access. So pretty much creating like, when I have kids, I don't want my kids to ever. My man said this to me. He said, because he has a son, so I just thought about it like that ever since. You have kids as well.
Yeah.
I don't ever want my kids to look at me and be like, Dad, you had the opportunity to create your own money and you didn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my focus is at. It's like building these online businesses, selling these online businesses, and figuring out how to create the tools to build, buy, sell, and be the source in the metaverse while creating our own tokens. You see, they have the Dogecoin, they have Shiba, they have all of these different coins that any of us can create.
Yes,
for
sir.
Less than $10,000, you can have your own. You can have your own digital currency that you created.
There we go.
It's crazy. Like right now, we're competing with banks, like the internet, the metaverse, .com, .e, Web3, all of that has made it possible for us to compete with banks and shit. So that's like really where my mind is at, because like you hear stories about how somebody put $1,000 in something last year and now they're up $1 billion off of one token that grew up. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, like you can really become a billionaire.
But people hesitate. They hear these things and they're like, eh. Then they see it growing. They're like, eh. Then it's like, oh man, I got to get in, and it'd be not too late, but then it'd be like, difficult.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like my goal, because I ask myself every day, how am I going to become a billionaire? What's the fastest way to become a billionaire? And it's really crypto and the metaverse and DAOs and NFTs and all that stuff. But I don't want to get too deep into that, because
that's a different discussion. Yeah.
That's a different discussion. So I mean, as far as the business wise, I think what's next for me is really like, I guess, creating my coaching program, because I mean, you like when we even connected for the first time, you didn't even know I was who I was.
Yeah.
What I do. So I'm the guy that I like to be behind the scenes and like put people in position to like, all right, let's break bread, let's eat. You know what I'm saying? You do what you do. But I'm also a very social person. So when it comes to the business side, I think now is just more so time for me to like, I guess, build a coaching program and just work on my personal brand and teach people what we know, what I know. And I mean, just be the source. Like, that's, as far as business, that's what it is. Like, I've been selling like businesses in a box since like 2018. But I was selling customized Shopify dropshipping stores.
There you
I used to
go.
always build websites, so I would just pretty much choose like 5 or 10 niches
Mm-hmm.
and then target those industries for those niches and do the marketing for those industries. So they would come to me, and then we'll build that that website, find that product, create that logo, and everything for them. Like if it's a trainer, they want to drop their training products or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll build that website. So remember in the beginning, I told you I created a blueprint that allows me to drop into any industry. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do with digital agency. When you have a digital agency, you can ride the wave, change and switch up your products and your services to really innovate. So like my agency, like I can create a digital agency for any industry. We're talking CBD, boom. 2 weeks from now, I have a CBD agency, and what do we do? We sell the tools, we sell the website, the logos. We provide you with the merchant accounts and just all of that, right? That's that. So what's the next thing? NFT. Cool. We're gonna create an NFT agency, and what are we gonna do? We might create smart contracts. We might set up and optimize your Discord for your NFT. We might create your NFT collection. You know what I'm saying? We might create your token logo. It's a certain mindset that you have to have when it comes to building and selling businesses. So online businesses.
So there we go. Imagine y'all in the audience, y'all buy NFT company or something as a fledgling one starting to grow and whatnot. Then you go to someone like Fortune and be like, yo, I need that business in the box that you could put into it to make it be more automated, to have it more structured. Immediately, it's more profitable. It's more valuable now, right? Yeah. So now, if you're in the game of how to find, buy, renovate, and then sell businesses, you also have I use the word Rolodex. I think I'm just showing my age. Nobody know what Rolodex means anymore. But well, you got a Rolodex of numbers of investors that could potentially come and purchase. Now, I didn't get to finish this gem for y'all earlier, but the first step I want everybody to take, if you're interested in this, the first thing I want you to do is go on all of your socials, your IG, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, whatever, and just put the word investor in your bio. Just put that word in there somewhere, right? Because remember that whole social proof that Fortune was talking about? How anybody gonna take you serious if they're looking you up as a potential buyer investor, and on your profile, all they seeing is you partying in the club or something, right? So put the word investor in your profile, like in your bio, and make sure that you have a presence online. You as a buyer also needs to be seen. You as a buyer also needs to you're going to be researched. You know what I mean? It's like when they buy the house, they don't care. Yeah, buy my house, I'm out. But if you're investing, because we're doing creative deal structuring, sometimes the person stays on in the business, which I would prefer anyway. Because if I could now own a business, I have the equity in it, but the people and the people who are at the top, the leaders, stay on so they can continue to execute. Now, mind you, if they were executing poorly before, and that's what led to them being unprofitable, I'm going to make sure I, renovate that too. But yeah, go ahead, keep executing. When Warren Buffett buys a company, he's like, hey, y'all do your thing. He was like, I'm the investor, but y'all are the specialists. Y'all already know the market or the industry better than I do. So he lets them do their thing, and he'll hire a couple more specialists to come in that could, really take it to that next level. And he's just making sure that certain things are in place so that it could potentially be sold if he chooses to, like getting that business in the box system from Fortune or someone else that can help you to at least get you to a level of automation in your business.
Yeah.
Bro.
I want to drop some sauce.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Like I need to give some sauce.
Let's get it.
I don't know. But, I don't know. You probably already. I don't know if you already teach this. So digital real estate. So I sell Instagram accounts. I've been selling Instagram accounts for years. I sell TikTok accounts. I sell YouTube channels, monetization enabled YouTube channels. And what I mean is, when you just start YouTube, you can't just start making money. You have to have 4,000 watch hours. You have to have 1,000 subscribers. So to like pass that obstacle, we have farms where we create these YouTube channels and put the right videos, the right watch times, and everything, build it up so that you can apply and it automatically will get approved. So as soon as you buy it from us, you can connect your Google AdSense and start adding videos on top and generating income from YouTube. Now, one type of business, this is not even a gem I was going to give, but one type of business a lot of people are not hip to, but it's so lucrative. It's called YouTube automation. It's basically having cash cow YouTube channels.
Yep.
Faceless cash cow YouTube channels. Pretty much just like when you see top 10 crate challenge videos or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like those top 10 videos or whatever. You get 5 YouTube channels, different niches. You know, you outsource, you find a VA to create and edit the videos, post them on there, blah, 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 consistently. And, you know, it's going to blow. But these are channels that you don't have to do nothing for. You don't have to record content. You don't have to do nothing. And they're producing 10, 20, 30, 40. Some people, when you get up there in the YouTube automation level, 100, 500,000 a month. And you can sell that business. But that's not the gem I was going to get. What I was going to say is, when it comes to the online businesses, you can literally, I'm still debating if I want to give this website out.
You know what, Fortune? I want you to come on my round table and speak to my students and everybody and give it there. Okay. Because he already gave y'all something big with the YouTube automation. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I only found out about YouTube automation in January of this year, right? I mean, the concept makes sense. I kind of knew that existed, but I didn't think of it as a business strategy, right? So even Fortune mentioning that is a huge gem for y'all, because not only could you potentially create that and then sell it, but you could look to buy it. And then once you buy it, you can monetize it in other ways too, because now if they're running ads and getting a lot of money from ads, maybe they got an audience that you could potentially sell out to as a influencer marketing. So you become the influencer because you own that new property. So
I'll give, speaking of influencer marketing, I'll give him this gem. I got to give him a website.
Yeah, okay.
Check out shoutcart.com.
Shoutcart.
Influencer marketing. A lot of y'all have trouble. Oh, you know, I sent them this message, they didn't respond. I sent 50 people this message, they didn't respond. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. The point is, shoutcart.com is an influencer marketing platform. Now, what makes Shoutcart so special is not only can you buy shout-outs from big pages, it's categorized for you, like by the industry. So, like, for example, you'll go and maybe it's the sports or the fitness industry. You can go on there and it'll have 10 pages equal it out to a network of 10 million followers and reach of 100 million or something like that. And then you get to 2-hour promotion, 24-hour promotion, story, feed, whatever, you choose it, and you pay, and then they'll post it guaranteed at that time, whatever you promote. So that's just a gem for influencer marketing. Shoutcart. Now, just to add on to that, if you don't want to just pay anybody that you find on Instagram, so in order to really analyze and see the statistics of people's pages,
you go in there.
To see if it's real, if the engagement, is the ER real, is the engagement real, like where's their followers located, how many are bots, what do they do, what are they interested in. You go to websites like hypeauditor.com. You go to Hype Auditor, put their Instagram name in, it'll show you everything you need to know about that page that you're about to pay for promo on. There's Flanks, PHLANX.
Brit, that's the one, Brit. That's the one that I could never remember the name of. Flanks. Remember I said there was 2 with Social Blade, and Flanks was the other one. Okay, my bad. I had to tell Britt that real quick.
Social Blade is a really good one as well because it'll tell you how many followers people are gaining each day, how many followers people are losing, what their rank is on these in these Instagram streets, what's their grade. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll show you all that stuff. So Social Blade is great, and it not only shows Instagram, it shows all of the social media platforms. Damn, I got off topic. I forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, go to the website. Buy you an Instagram account, not the social analytics website. It's the website that I can't say. But you get yourself an Instagram account, right? Make sure it's all the right niche. You can do it either this way or that way. So you go to Instagram. I mean, you buy an Instagram account. Let's say it's a fitness Instagram account, whatever. Cool. You get somebody to buy your website, a drop shipping store or an agency or whatever. Now you attach the two. You add the Instagram with the website and the logo and all that stuff, and then you can just flip it. Easy 10K, right? That's just for a business that's not revenue positive already. Like, that's a quick, easy flip, right? That's an easy flip. Bro,
stop, bro. Stop. You give it. Listen. All right. See, everybody, they love these things, but who gonna execute is the key. Who are gonna execute? Exactly. He just gave y'all. You know what I'm saying? Listen, so King Juice is Social Blade with a B.
I can't even see any comments. That's why I probably haven't seen any comments for the past 15 minutes.
King Juice asked if it was social grade, but it's Social Blade. What was the one? Shout Cart.
Shout Cart
with a C, CART. Which other one? That's all we're gonna say. I think we gave everybody everything already.
Can I say the other way though? Can I say the other way?
All right, bro. You see, y'all lucky. Fortune trying to be nice tonight. It's Motivational Monday, so let's go.
If I'm saying too much, just let me know.
Nah, you perfect, bro.
I don't know if you're already teaching it in your shit, so I don't want to say too much. You know, I want the people to go enroll and get the juice because we're giving real juice. So if I'm saying too much,
go ahead, man. You know, I give out the info. I tell people if they want my help to do it, that's where you join in, and then I could guide you. But yeah, I give out the info. Good luck doing it on your own.
Right. So the other sauce is if you want. I showed you how to do it. A quick flip. You know, of course you gotta have the LLCs and all that.
First,
quick flip, right? Like that's basic. You have to have. I'm sorry I didn't mention it, but that's basic. I expect y'all to already know that. But the other way is you go to this website called Flipper.com.
You giving them that too? All right, keep it going.
Flipper.com, and you have to use the filters to find X amount. Doing X amount money this month with proof of income. So you want to find a business that you can afford that already has the proof of income that's already cash flow, revenue positive. So you buy that business and you add the digital real estate to it, like the Instagram, TikTok, all that other stuff. It already has the website. This works the best with e-commerce. And then you can actually use you want to find a business that's like 2 years old because you can actually use that business that you just acquired to go get loans against it.
Yes.
Or go, you know, go grab a car, no money down.
Yep.
Go get a big loan or whatever because the business is already aged. It's an e-commerce business. It doesn't matter. Get the loan, start another business, whatever the case may be, and then flip that business, rebrand it. They'll have the same proof of income. You keep the name, whatever you want to do, and then flip that business.
Let me tell you. So one of the things I teach in the Business Builder Institute is about fintech and the different fintech banks that are out there, right? So for example, if you were to now go get that business and it's, you know, age 2-3 years, it's e-commerce, they're having regular sales each month, etc. I can easily, through one of my fintech partnerships, get funding of, let's say, you know, up to $1 million in funding. It's based off of the previous years of sales, the previous months of transactions, And based off of that amount of transactions that's going through, they'll immediately extend that money to you, that credit to you, and then they'll take repayment out of future transactions. So immediately you could get enough funding to then scale that business and to you ain't gonna take it and go buy sneakers. You're gonna use it to build up the business even more. Now that business is valued more. Now you flip it and you just keep going. Fintech is it's not a single thing, King Juice. It stands for financial technology, and fintech platforms like Divvy, Clearco, Brex. There's so many of them. Through them, they tend to offer you funding based off of your transaction history, the money that you have flowing through your business, rather than based off of your credit. So that allows you to, if you have a business, most people will be like, oh, but I don't have the business cash flowing yet. Yeah, well, okay. Now you could go buy one. It's cash flowing already. Now you immediately get funding. Even if your credit sucked, you keep it growing. Yo.
Yeah, you can even get houses. So that's a different story.
Yes, sir.
No tax documents.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We stop there. We'll stop there. Yo, Fortune, bro. I appreciate you coming on live today, man. I wanted you to. Often when I'm telling people things, I think people think like, nah, it can't be. So when I find someone else that's doing similar things, I'm like, okay, you don't believe me? Here's another person. Go ask them. You know what I mean? So it was a pleasure having you on, bro. We got to do some more stuff together, man, especially because, like I said, we're trying to make South Florida be the next hub for entrepreneurs, yo. So I'm gonna get Brickle up on here next too, and then we're gonna make some things happen right now, man, because there's a lot of us down here doing some big things. So we gotta keep it going, yo. Nikki's, this is Nikki's. What's up, my friend? How are you?
Nikki on here?
Yeah, I just saw her pop in right now.
Okay, I can't see nothing. Yeah, bro, we have to lock up because it's like there's nobody doing it out here like how we about to do it. Like,
yes, sir.
Bro, it's Miami. It's the hub. Like everybody comes out here anyway.
Exactly.
You know
exactly.
Every other month, every other week, every other day. So it's like there's no real group of entrepreneurs controlling the culture out here, and I'm excited to partner with you on that. And I'm excited for everything we're gonna do in the future, other than the business that we already do.
Yes,
and
sir.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for putting the pressure on me last minute.
Yo, I'm the king of that, bro. I'm the king of be like, yo, what you doing?
This is organic. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, for real.
I really appreciate it.
Everybody on here, make sure you drop that drop down box. Follow my guy Fortune. Follow me, Business Builder Beez. Follow This Is Nikki's, one of my favorite people in the world. She's right there in the caption. She just said, y'all gonna make me move down there. I'm looking for a new spot that's gonna be popping. This is the place, Nikki. Move down here.
I thought you were talking about the other Nikki, my bad.
Oh, you mean Nikki Allure? No, not Nikki. This is Nikki's.
I can't see the comment.
This is Nikki's one of my favorite people ever, man. She's mad cool, just vibing, and an amazing brand strategist, an amazing. She's actually part of the team with ET, the Eric Thomas and whatnot, and so much more. But yeah, y'all definitely need to tap in. I'm gonna be talking more about this now. The only person, highly favored said, I thought you was talking about me. I'm the real Nikki. Highly favored said she the real Nikki. Okay, there's so many Nikki's out here. People who was born in a certain age that I think everybody loved the words Lisa and Nikki from certain years. But yeah, the things that I'm gonna be talking about more, because the cat's out of the bag now. I haven't told people about this whole flipping businesses model all year because people were gonna jump the gun. I wanted people to learn all of the things that come with it first, because it all is gonna go into how you could then flip businesses, right? So now that it's out of the bag, I'm gonna start talking a little bit more about it. I'm gonna give y'all. I didn't even go into what those deals look like. This is Nikki says, I want no smoke with other Nikki's. True that. But now we could go into what the deal structure and the deal strategies look like. Now we could go into negotiation. Now we could go into term sheets and how to do due diligence. Now we could go into how to actually structure a business deal so that there's no money out of pocket, right? We could go into what's our acquisition criteria. How do we choose the right deals, the right deal size, the right deal types? How do you find deals the wrong way and the right way? How to contact the potential seller, what to say to them, what to ask them. Funding from like a deal stacking perspective. Everything. There's so much to go into. I can give y'all tidbits of info on live, but we're gonna go deep in it in the Business Builders Institute. So if y'all are interested in joining that, make sure you go to my profile, go to the link in my bio, and then look for the BBI, the Business Builders Institute. Everyone that joins this year is not going to be paying a monthly access fee next year, which will go into place next year once I put the full business flipping program inside of here and release it fully. All right. So tap in or miss out. That's all I can say. Fortune, my brother, yo, let's get it, man. We're going to make some serious things happen down here. Let's keep making it grow. And yo, I got you, man.
For sure. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for listening. Make sure y'all enroll, man.
That's what's up. All right, my brother. All right, y'all. So that's it for tonight. We're gonna wrap it up here. There was so much to go over. I could only touch a few things, right? And there's people out there that's gonna teach you stuff, different things, and I'm all about it because I'm in a ton of different mentorships. And most people be afraid to spend, and I'm in a bunch, but I want to learn little things from different people. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to stop learning. I may teach certain things, but I'm a student first and foremost across other things, right? And as I find more things that help bring value to my life, then my tribe gets that as well. All right. So keep tapping in every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live. I'm going to share these types of gems. Once a week, I'm going to share these types of gems. Other days will be motivation and stuff, but once a week. Tap in if you're interested in the BBI. And most importantly, I'm so sorry I forgot, but on November 12th, we have our annual November to Remember charity event. Last year, we bought out an entire Walmart. We bought out a super Walmart full of toys, loaded it up onto trucks, and took it over to one of my favorite charities, Kids in Distress. The news was there, the police, everybody is going to be crazy this year. We're making it even bigger, all right? As a matter of fact, I don't know if any of my team is still on here, but if y'all wait 1 hour, I'm going to put, or maybe half an hour, I'm going to put a code for anyone that wants to join in the next 48 hours. But give me about half an hour, so I'll make sure my team adds it in. The code will be flipping. 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 Not flipping, but flipping, right? The full word. That will be the code. And you can get $1,000 off of the Business Builders Institute. That will only last for 48 hours. All right. So give me about 20 minutes to 30 minutes. You'll see that active. Click the link in my bio, and then you can go ahead and access that. All right. Flipping. Yeah. Thank you, Britt. Thank you, Rhea. With Bill. Are you saving this live? Yeah, I'm going to save this live. I'm thinking about not saving lives anymore. Wait, that don't sound good. I always save lives, but saving my IG lives, I don't know. But this one I will save because I think it's important for people to know what's out there. All right. So everybody, thank you so much. Oh, wait a minute. Baby Doll, I missed a couple of things here. Baby Doll had said, can you please give us a website? Oh, please, come on. I'm not a student, but I am a subscriber. There's some fraudulent websites out there. Which website are you talking about, Baby Doll? If you're still there, hit me up. If not, hit me in my IG, and I'll definitely answer that question for you, Baby Doll Baby. Baby Doll Baby on Facebook. Wendell, I see LV. You caught that, right? I need that code created, please. Thank you. Home base mount saving lives. There you go. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great week. Yo, I'm so excited about what is to come. I hope you are too, because too often people say, we just, there's no opportunities. There are. We just don't know about them all. But if you're getting the information, it's time to execute. All right. So I'll see y'all soon. Next week, I might have my brother Derek Harper on, because he's another GOAT in the space talking about how you can buy and sell businesses, right? So you can see that this is something that is coming more into our community, and something that we got to keep pushing forward with. This is a huge opportunity for us, because it gives us a head start in our business. All right. So everybody have a great night. Have a great week. And I will see you. Viz Wonderful. What is the opportunity? Are you do you miss the whole lot? Viz Wonderful. I was talking about how simple we can, how we simplified flipping businesses, how you could purchase businesses, how you could do it with no money out of pocket, how you can renovate it, like how you would flip a home, and then how you could sell it, and how that all works. DJ Reckless 305, you got to come to Miami. I am in Miami. I live in Miami. I'm Mr. Miami right now. Let's go. All right. So Viz Wonderful, watch the replay. I will save it when you're back in Miami with an event. Every month we have it on Hive networking events. So make sure you come out to that. November, well, we skip in December. November is going to be something else, but stay tuned. I'll be posting it all on my IG. All right, everybody. Gotta go. Much love. Oh, my guy Kevin just dropped in right now as I'm about to hang up. I'm telling you, man, everybody coming in late. This is why I gotta be here on time. Thank you again for whoever purchased badges. As a matter of fact, thank you, Britt. See, Britt's my second brain right there. She's the COO of my one of my companies, ATAC Solutions. She's a killer. She's doing it big things. But every badge that was purchased, thank you for those who purchased, like King Juice, me and mine's versus you and yours. That's a name of somebody that I'm not just saying that. Thank you all for purchasing badges. It's going to go towards our networking. Our November to Remember event, the charity event where we're going to buy out those kids, buy out the toys to deliver to the kids. DJ Reckless 305, I met you at the network. Okay, yeah. So that was my networking event in my warehouse. I live here. So we'll be having much more of those. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Oh, read with Bill. Thank you so much for the badge. Thank you. I appreciate it. Man, y'all are awesome. I really appreciate it. November 12th. That's our November to Remember event. Viz Wonderful. You was at the event too? Oh, okay. All right. Well, good seeing you again. Julius, my guy, Julius, what's good, man? Thank you all for purchasing badges. Make sure if you were at the event that you will be on our November 12th charity event. All right. The links in my bio, the posts are on my page, and we're gonna go out and buy out an entire super Walmart, drive everything over to this charity where we get to help these kids who have no families, they're in foster care system, all of that, man. It's amazing. Viz Wonderful, you live in New York. Oh, that's what's up. Well, I'm coming to New York soon. One of my students is gonna actually, Mr. Myron Golden. Oh my goodness. Mr. Myron Golden himself. It is a pleasure to have someone like Mr. Myron Golden coming in on my live. I gotta hold up. Hopefully, Myron would be willing to come on live and say hi to the people, because they gotta know exactly who you are, what's going on. Oh no, it doesn't let me. I don't know. I'll send a request just in case. But yeah, there's so much opportunities out there for all of us. This wonderful. Let me know when, please, for sure. I'll keep tapping in. You'll see when I post the flyers for going up to New York to have the networking event. All balled up, chill, epic night. I'm glad y'all enjoyed tonight. It had to be said. These are the things that we have to get out. We have to share within our community, and we have to keep it growing. All right. But so much more to come. So much more to come. We just nicked the iceberg tonight. I didn't get deep. I told y'all how much more we could get into, and y'all got some play already, right? Y'all got some serious tactics that you could actually execute on immediately. But wait and stay tuned for what's coming next. All right, everybody. Much love again. Have a great night. We weren't able to get Myron on. He's not there no more, but all right, it's not working. But anyway, thank you all. Peace and love. See y'all soon.